Hello, everyone, and welcome to ESA. Tonight, we had the Invite Series playoff semifinals match between Enforcers, previously known as 2.0 Killers, against Perplexed. And the winner of this match will go on to face Dexterity in the grand finals. Tonight, I'm your caster, one of your casters, Slash, and I'm joined by Madams once again.
Yeah, hello.
And this should be a really great match. We have both teams ready. Just go over the maps we have. We have map number 1 as Clubhouse. Map 2 is Border. If we happen to go to it, map number 3 is Chalet. So you have anything you want to say before we get started, Madams?
There's not much I can really say. I don't really know much about the teams. It's quite a standard map lineup here. Nothing too crazy, but I'm sure the match itself should be exciting.
Yeah, as long as it lasts more than 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Not like if anyone happened to catch the Contender Series semifinals last night, you'll know what we're talking about. But we're getting started into this though. Alrighty, so it looks like we're going to be having Perplexed start on the defense on Clubhouse. And you can only imagine which site they're going to be going to start this off.
Yeah, it's commonly known in comp that really Church and Arsenal was the only really viable win any of the other sites. Obviously it does happen, but kind of Church and Arsenal was the only one you're expected to win.
Yeah, it's definitely a favorable site for the defenders. Hopefully that will change up a little bit once the new additions to Clubhouse come around in Season 2 this year.
Defenders, protect your bomb.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That should change the meta, kind of freshen things up. But no, we're not seeing many crazy lineups here, kind of stuff you'd expect from the attack. Maybe Capital's a bit more of an interesting choice. You might expect to normally see a Buck for this site. But other than that, the defenders and the attackers seem fairly standard for this kind of site.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing a Sledge preferred than a Buck potentially, because they both can break the floorboards, which is useful here. But if you want to, you can actually use the skeleton key from Buck to open the Arsenal wall, the most west side of Arsenal. If anyone happens to be sitting over there, like for instance, the pulse scanning through the floorboards. But it might be player preference on which operator they like more.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing what looks to be a kind of fairly standard attack here. We're going to be seeing Thermite go for that dirt tunnel. Ooh, I'm probably going to be seeing Habana getting the hatches. As I said, the meta's kind of stealth for this, and we're probably going to see very similar strats from both teams, kind of in the other sites where things get more interesting.
I think it's rather interesting that they're decided to bring a Thatcher for this push. You don't really, there's nothing really too crazy that you need those EMP grenades for the help with the push. There's no significant bandit wire that can be placed or mute jammers. So.
I mean, yeah, but we're seeing the growth of Legion, Ella, and other crap meta with other kind of devices. So it could just be a pick there to deny the deny those kind of traps and those kind of time prevention devices.
Yes, and so we're a minute into this round, and Force is getting set up for a push onto the site. We have everyone on site. For the most part, Crook is playing in the hallway by the bottom of the stairs, but other than that, pretty much gonna have everyone just waiting it out.
Yeah, we're seeing that mirror being played there, kind of trying to deny the push from the sledge from main stairs there. We'll see the grenade go out, but obviously the wall and the mirror being in the way, it won't really do anything to Ella. It's kind of interesting to see Ella playing so passively on that mirror though, I'd say. Kind of normally see her playing more aggressively out, maybe in the hallway, on the flank, but as we can see, it's kind of working here. Sledge is kind of stuck at the bottom of these stairs. Now he's going to be getting smoked out, and he's on extremely low HP.
Yeah, there's only a minute left in the round, and Pulse is still using his cardiac sensor to try to find attackers. He's not going to be finding anyone, however. And this push is going to have to come soon. There's still a way to go. Cliche gets to pick onto Crook for the first kill here. 30 seconds left. Trying to make their way in Memorial Room into sight.
Seems like he's struggling with that barbed wire there. Trying to get between it. But you know, that Ella did change up and go for what I said. Milk will pick up onto Cliche, retrading that kill back. But now we see the closing 15 seconds. Capital loses his life. The defender's looking very strong here. Yep, Yoga picking up the kill with the diffuser, and then that ends it off with Zanki picking off onto Judo, winning the first round for Perplexed.
Yeah, it was a very strong defense hold there, and Perplexed, they didn't really give up much ground. The most they probably gave up was this Memorial Room, and that's not very, I mean, it's next to site, but you still have to get in the site and try clear it out too before you get the defuse plane off.
Yeah, we see the defenders kind of surrendered that, but they put lots of barbed wire, which the Sledge struggled to get rid of. But it kind of helped. It kind of slowed down that attack from the Sledge, and it allowed the Legion, I think it was, to pick off the kill, or Castle, I think, onto the Sledge, trading back.
Alright, so we're going to be heading into round 2, and you can imagine that Enforce is going to go for the same exact site, and they will be. No surprises there. They will be bringing along Bandit and Pulse alongside Legion. So no Ella bringing play here, which I find interesting. Maybe they're trying to prepare themselves for a potential that Ella nerf that's coming out. I think she's going to be pretty significant in the meta still, but they're trying to they're going to be tapping her on the wrist probably for every season now.
Yeah. And we're seeing a Jackal come out here from Perplex. Maybe they're expecting a roam game and not a site hold from Enforcers, but it does seem that it is going to be a 5-man defense on the site, so it could be a waste of utility there from the Jackal. But we're interested to see how this goes. We're seeing again a basic push. Thermite going towards the dirt tunnel. Hibana with the support of Jackal and Twitch pushing onto the hatches.
Well, I don't really think Jackal is the worst pick here because he somewhat fills the role of what Buck or Sledge would do and try and break open the floorboards by kitchen or in the hallway. So you can certainly do that with the shotgun, but he's able to get at least 2 scans if they reinforce all 3 hatches. So he's able to get 2 good scans in, and as you see, Crooked able to take out the Black Mirror facing into Church. So that's going to be a big issue for Enforce if they're going to have to try to keep hold of that.
We're seeing a nice C4 come out into Yoga there. Jackal now ending his life. We're seeing that really good pulse play, I think, between them. Just using that cardiac sensor to see where they are. Oh no, sorry, it was Bandit. Pulse obviously told Bandit where to throw a C4, and he did pick up the kill. And Pulse still keeps his own C4, which he might be using to get the kill later in the round on somebody coming above kitchen again, or maybe coming down the stairs. He will be using that to get information, using that cardiac sensor to effect, showing that 2 people will be pushing down the main stairs.
Yes, and usually, well, before last season, or I believe the mid-season reinforcements, where Bandit lost his one of his barbed wires, and then that kind of opened the window for him to start, or gave him a reason really to start bringing his nitro cell. So you're starting to see that combo as Judo gets another nitro cell kill. That's 2 so far, but you're usually seeing that Bandit and Pulse teamwork with nitro cells to point out where they should place it. And we're gonna see Cliche get a kill, so it's 2 on 5, 50 seconds left. So it's all at the Thermite and Blackbeard. Probably not the best operators to go for a clutch here, as Thor gets a kill on the Judo though, make it 2v4.
Yeah, Pulse unluckily on his scanner right in front of the Thermite. Thermite may have just injured someone, but he might not know that, and he will be picked up. Now, it's looking bad for the attackers here. What looks strong for them now looks really weak, with the mirror holding off them from Moto. And there's going to be a struggle for them to push down the hallway with several people looking from the door. Now, I can imagine we're going to see the attackers lose out on this one. And as I say, that Blackbeard will get finished off by Cliche. Thermite will then pick up onto Echo. So 1 versus 3. He is going to look through, pick up some shots from Bandit. And now he has 8 seconds left, pushing him with his pistol. And the smoke will finish him off.
So it was a pretty close round. Well, not operator count, but it was certainly coming down to the end there where it was a couple picks here and there. However, it was pretty strong hold by enforcers there. So as you can probably assume that site is going to be pretty well defended. But now we're going to have to go to the bar stock room for both defenses here. And things are probably going to get a little bit harder for the defenders to hold on to the site.
Yeah, it was a good defense there. It kind of looked weak at first with Twitch managing to take out the Hibana, taking out the Black Mirror window, and then Jackal getting some scans off. It kind of seemed promising there, but unfortunately for Perplexed, the defending team were able just to hold them off long enough to, kind of pick them off one by one. But we will be seeing a bar stock room defense, which will likely be an attacking win here, as it's not kind of usual for the defenders to win this, but we might see some aggressive plays come out here from Perplexed to win them this round. Maybe get an edge against their opponents.
And generally, you would want an ACOG player such as Rook, Doc, or Echo, just because the sites are so far apart and there's a long range and distance you can see site to site. So, but you're going to see wholesale milk using Doc, so he's always good to have. And nothing too crazy from the defense otherwise. But on the attack side, we're going to be seeing Dexter here as Dokkaebi, but he's going to be taken out by Yoga right off the bat. He was going for the spawn peek.
Yeah, we're seeing those aggressive plays I thought they might try and bring out to win this defense. Dokkaebi just not quite expecting that kind of spawn kill. It doesn't usually happen at this level of play, and that mistake kind of took her life. I think she'll be more careful and more wise next time as to where she checks when she spawns in.
Well, I was about to talk about how Dokkaebi, I'd never seen her use on this attack for the site before, but we didn't really ever get the chance to see what she can do here. But it looks like that that Perplexed is going to be trying to hold on to the strip site here, but they're going to be moving things around from what Crooked sees that no one's really coming his way, so he's going to rotate all his Grismont mines and take him with him.
Yeah, the attack saw that the defense were prepared to hold strip and kind of fight them off, and they probably didn't really want to waste that much time trying to take strip just enough to push into smokes, Ellas, and Doc's holding angles with the ACOG. So it looks like they're just going to be switching up, going for a more basic stock push. Well, it looks like they might be pushing through kitchen here. Yings and smokes are already coming out into the main bar, but Milk will pick up onto Hoppy, and Yoga gets another kill. Milk gets a second kill there, bringing off 3 quick kills for the defenders there, and Milk will finish off another one. He's only on half health, but he's taken out a lot of the attackers. Oh, all the attackers. Okay, my game awareness is really bad. But we do see a team kill come out there, and the defenders will win that round as the diffuser was put down, but disabled.
A little bit of friendly fire there to finish off the round, alongside the get rid of the diffuser. But that was a pretty decisive win for Perplex there. Even on the bad site of bar and stock, it's usually not in their favor, but it looked like everything was collapsing on them, but they were able to win on their gunfights and still pull out the win there.
Yeah, I feel like an idiot saying that they're all going around for a stock push, but they tried to change it up and go for a bar push, pushing into the bar and just putting the diffuser down. I didn't realize they put it down. I saw the Yings and the smokes coming out, but I didn't realize they were quite able to get it off. But it was an impressive retake there from the defense, picking off kill after kill. They're just whittling it down so they could disable that diffuser.
It was interesting seeing Buck trying to open up the floorboards above from gym and bedroom. You see that sometimes, but not all too often. It's not like a primary goal you want to go out and go for. And you can kill anyone that's by the stage and sitting behind the bar area, but I don't think it really gives you it doesn't really help you too much overall. It can also go 50-50 and they can shoot back at you, so I But it was interesting to see that tactic being used.
Yeah, but we are going to see defense win that site, and I think Enforcers are going to have to pull a lot out of the bag here to try and win this site back, otherwise they're going to be 2 rounds down and close to match point already on this first map, which isn't a good start. So we're going to be seeing quite a lot of, you know, kind of the expected defenders, as you said before. We're seeing a Legion smoke to kind of hold off, prevent these attackers getting in quickly and putting down the plant. And we'll see the dock for the long angles. And the attack again is fairly standard, bringing a Thermite and a Hibana, not just the one. Maybe interesting there, you might expect something different. But overall, fairly standard attack and defense, I'd say, for a bar and stock lineup.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna be seeing anything too crazy with the operator picks. We saw Dokubi last round, but she got picked off immediately, pretty much. But this is gonna be a strip push from Perplexed, and it looks like they're gonna be successful in opening up the wall with its exothermic charges. So they got the pool table open up for access, and Echo almost got sneaked up on by Crooked. He was able to win that gunfight, but he's gonna have to be more careful about that next time.
Yeah, it was a clever push there by Crooked. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's fine. No, I think if Crooked was able to get that kill, I think it would just helped out the attack way more, because they would have been able to get control of that hallway. We're gonna see Thornton get the pick on the judo. So that's Jaeger off the board. It's 4-on-4 now with a minute and a half left.
Yeah, we're seeing a good initial push here from the attackers, getting the necessary things open. It was a shame about Crooked. It would have been a really good flank for the attackers if they got it off, but Echo just having the reactions to quickly deny that push rather effectively. Now it's interesting here, we're going to be seeing a strip push, and it's quite a basic strip push, and the defenders are all looking towards them, ready to try and hold off. Smoke has already at least expended one of his toxic babes, and he will now have to think carefully when to use the others, because there's still 50 seconds left in the round. They could really bait out the smokes and try and, you know, really waste the defender's utility before they go for the plant. Ash getting caught off guard there. She sees the smoke, goes for him, sees the bandit, switches to him, and it just doesn't quite work out. Echo picking up a kill onto how do we say his name? Britain?
Sorry, Thornton.
Okay, Ford, sorry, I don't really quite know how to say that name. But the diffuser hasn't got down, and it's just a Blackbeard left. Someone playing on the top floor, looks like Echo, and then we'll have a smoke down below. They were able to deny that diffuser from the attackers.
And it looks like Zanky's gonna try to go for the diffuse bait. He gets one with the Desert Eagle headshot. It's 1v1, 3 seconds left. He has to go for the diffuser. The Echo is well aware. There should be no time for Zanky there, and he'll be taken out by Echo. So it almost came down to the Desert Eagle showdown there. I think he probably would have been better off just trying to go for the kill, because he had no time to get that diffuse off.
Yeah, it was a really good play by that Blackbeard. Instead of trying to plant on that pool table, which would have been expected, he pushes up, goes for the plant. Here's the smoke, manages to take him out before just not getting the plant in time. It was a really nice attempt there, but Echo really doing well for his team in that run. I think picking up 3 kills, taking out the creeping Crooked, and taking out the Hibana on the hatch, then to finish off the round, taking out the planting Blackbeard. Able to just pull off that round for the team, breaking it to 2-2. A very close matchup so far.
Yeah, so Enforcers making it 2-2. They're pretty happy that they won that round. So it's been 4 defense wins so far. So they're able to, you know, keep up with Perplex here and not lose too much ground.
Yeah, now they can go back down. They can go back down. As here, as we see in the armory and church defense, obviously due to comp rules, and we're going to be seeing a slightly different setup here from Perplexed. They're going to be doing the 2 mirror walls possibly instead of the 1 they had facing onto main stairs. This is kind of a common mirror strat I'm seeing more and more of now, and it's kind of nothing too strange. We are seeing the expected Ella, Pulse, you know, the Doc, the mirror, the Jaeger. The only kind of adjustments you see is the Capital being swapped out for Ying from Echo there. Maybe hoping to have a more effective push this time, flashing out anyone in the site who they lost their lives to last time.
Interesting mirror placement there, facing towards the blue walkway or blue hall, you can say. And Yoga's going to be watching that, but it's a little bit of a poor angle, you can say. He's able to, see the drop and potentially see into Church and Moto, but other than that, he's kind of stuck in that corner if anyone happens to open up the kitchen hatch.
Yeah, I didn't realize that though, that he's not going to be putting both of his mirrors on that church wall. He will put one there. I mean, it's also going to be extremely difficult to play if they push into Dirt Tunnel and hold the angle there. He'll find himself pinned behind the crate, pinned from the kitchen hatch. Might be a waste of an angle. But
we're going to be seeing
playing aggressively.
Yeah, just
through the floor.
Giving a couple of sprays into the floor, why not? It's not like you're trying to conserve any ammo, but Cliche is going to get the kill on the wholesale milk from the stairs. Pretty unexpected there. He probably didn't know Ash was already down to the stairs, but pretty good kill to catch him off guard. We're about halfway through the round, and the attack is looking pretty good so far with an early pick. They have the hatch open, so they're able to probably keep Yoga in place there in that corner behind the black mirror, because if he happens to move any, he's probably going to be losing his life there. But he is Doc, so he's able to patch himself up a little bit.
Yeah, they're not going to play Dirt Tunnel, which will make his job easier. But it's a good job from the attack so far. Picking off that kill, getting the hatches open, getting the necessary things done. And Yoga will peek. The Thermite takes him out. They are going to be pushing into the church wall now. Ella going to be playing aggressively. She might be able to pick him up, but she will lose her life, leaving just the mirror alone now. 4 versus 1. She is in blue. It looks like the Hibana will lose her life as well. 4 versus 3. This is possible. The diffuser is down in sight by the looks of it, but they did just pick it up. We're going to be seeing angles being held. I imagine the mirror will struggle now to get this diffuse denial. Picking away at health now. The diffuser has gone down, and now all the attacking team has to do is just hold the angles and wait. Interesting, she's going to make a peek hole there, but will lose the fight.
Yeah, so...
Oh, sorry, I do apologize.
No, that's fine. So Enforcers will win that round, I believe. Yep, that should be their round win. So a first attacking round win here on Clubhouse. That was pretty impressive considering that was an attack onto the Arsenal room and church. And that was pretty one-sided for the most part. They were able to just go down and open the church wall pretty easily, getting all the whoever was playing on the mirror off it, and then just open it up.
Yeah, I'd say that was kind of maybe a not the best strategy pulled out there by the defense, and a kind of misplacement of utility. Maybe that mirror facing onto blue wouldn't have been the best idea. They could have maybe had the mirror within blue looking into church. That might have been able to hold off that Moto and church wall push, but obviously we don't know that. But we are going to be seeing a similar defense here from Enforcers. Actually, no, they're going to be reinforcing all of church wall. Interesting to see how they place their mirrors or how they use that wall to deny the push from Moto and church in main stairs.
Yeah, they're probably just going to place a black mirror on that wall potentially just to have information coming in to see if anyone's coming through the stairwell or not. Or they just leave it be and just have bandit wire or shock wire there just to hold it off. It looks like you might see Dexter placing the black mirror in the blue hallway actually facing into church.
Yeah, that's
yep, that looks like the plan there.
Yeah, it's a good mirror placement. I think that can really help deny the push from Moto if you're not trying to deny the church wall. But we're going to be seeing him pushing into dirt, which might actually be able to kind of hold off that mirror. Blackbeard picking off someone in Dirt Tunnel actually. The Legion, maybe playing a bit too aggressive. Echo losing his life there. But so now the defense looking maybe slightly shaky here. Is there already a man down? A minute into the round gone. Blackbeard already looking in towards the site. All 4 defenders now on site left there. try and hold them off. We see the Pulse getting information, using his cardiac sensor to see someone in the dirt tunnel and upstairs. Yeah, there we go. He spots out that Blackbeard, and I imagine Hibana will be getting his hatches and opening up, making Pulse's job there very difficult.
Yes, and unfortunately for Perplexed, they do not have any operators that have frag grenades. If they did, they could probably open up the supply hatch and take care of whoever is playing in the blue hallway on that black mirror, and just toss a frag grenade down there and take them out, because they did not bring a Jaeger along. They do have Zanki on Ying, so they can use the Candelas and smokes to jump down and kill him. It'll be slightly harder. However, he's gonna be taken out by Yoga, I believe. And all frags are coming now. This flurry of kills, this does 2v1 now. It's Yoga, and he's gonna get the kill on the Dexter. So Perplex able to win that round there.
That was a really fast turn of events there. The attacker's doing well, just about clutching it out. I think that was a 1v1 in the end. The mirror did do well. She denied that blue push from Ying and Hibana. I don't know if she shot her own mirror there, sensing this push coming out from the attacking team. But Dexter did a good job. But Jaeger was just able to win that gunfight. It's hard for Mirror to break that shield just in time before the Blackbeard will kill you.
Yeah, we saw about eight people die in the span of 2 seconds on that round.
Yeah.
But we'll be tied up 3-3 here, so it's been pretty even. We're gonna see a church arsenal room hold by Perplexed, I believe. They're gonna try it again. Didn't work out the last time. They're gonna try it again just to get the work, and I think they're gonna go for something similar to what they did last time.
Yeah, looks like they're going to try and force out that strat. Maybe make some minor adjustments, or just maybe they're just going to try extra hard to win their gunfights here. Maybe have some extra aggression. But actually, it might look like they're making an adjustment. They might be having that mirror facing from blue into church, as Enforcers did here, which could work out well for them. We'll have to see how this plays out.
Well, it actually be kind of interesting, because I don't know why they would have the mirror looking into blue. That's in Arsenal. That seems kind of counterproductive, if you would ask me.
Yeah, but you know, as you said before, the frag grenades could come in handy, as they did bring a sledge with the frags, and they could. But obviously, they're playing the Jaeger, as we see, putting down his ADSs to protect whoever's playing the mirror. So it's interesting to see how this will pan out. I think the defense of blue will be very, very vital for the defending team to win this.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing pretty standard lineup like we have been seeing. We're going to be seeing Echo on the Ying, and coming into the season, or towards the end of the season, like invitational times, but we expected a large Glaz Ying presence in this format. We've seen a decent amount of Ying, but not like an overwhelming amount of Ying and Glaz. So I don't really think that's too much to fear. But with the season to come, I think we have some more things to worry about, such as Blitz and other operators such as Lion potentially.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing angles opened up above. Pulse will try to challenge them, but Jaeger will be unsuccessful and lose a lot of HP. Well, I say a lot, 25 HP there, which still isn't good. That means he won't be able to take as many bullets in any future gunfights, but looks like Enforcers just kind of setting up, doing their droning, getting their angles ready. Just that final push, as we are over halfway into the round now, and that will be coming very soon.
And you saw Hoppy Poppy there as a sledge. He busted open the floor with his caber, and he quickly ran away. That was to dodge any potential gunfire coming up through the floorboards, or a nitro cell from Pulse, who is playing there under Kitchen. So if you're playing as Buck or Sledge, you always want to try to quickly run away if you're opening up the floor. I'm gonna see Crooked kill Hoppy Poppy, so you're not gonna have to worry about the sledge anymore. But there is a big presence above Kitchen with only 40 seconds left. So, and Yoga's gonna be taken out from the Kitchen hatch, like I said. Judo getting the pick, and there's gonna be Ying. Candela's going out. Probably smokes too, so just dropping the hatch and going for kills. Cliche getting a couple kills on the wholesale milk, and Thornton is 4v2. It's not looking good for the defenders. Diffuser's going down. Alrighty, so Fuse goes down. It's all up to Jaeger and Ella. Ella's able to get the kill. He misses one in the hallway. He might be able to pick him off. No, he will not. He's gonna have to go down the staircase, predictably. And Cliche gonna get the kill on the Zinky. All at the Crooked. And they probably know he's gonna drop the hatch. And they'll be prepared. He runs over to the Diffuser, but however, you want to taken out by Judo. And that'll be match point obtained by Enforcers.
Yeah, that was very, very well coordinated attack there from Enforcers. We saw them droning, getting their angles, and they just pushed in with the Hibana and the Ying. Hibana managed to get that on that plant, and they managed to deny it. The defenders put up a very good effort with the Ella refragging onto a couple of people, but they weren't quite able to just finish off those attackers and win out the round.
Yeah, so Perplexed is up against the wall here. They're going to have to win this round if they want to go to overtime and have a chance to win here on Clubhouse. It's certainly doable. We've seen a lot of back and forth gameplay so far. And now Enforcers are going to be defending the Church and Arsenal room, which both teams have lost once, I believe. Or no, Perplexed actually lost twice on this site now, but Enforcers also lost once. So it's pretty much 50-50, I think, this round.
Yeah, we're going to probably be seeing the defenders really try to pull out this win here, as they are on match point now. And this side definitely is viable enough for them to win this. We're just seeing very good counterattacks from the other team. So I imagine they're going to be putting a lot of effort into maybe pushing back the attack, not letting them get in and get the right angles on them. But
10 seconds to go.
yeah, not any major changes here. We're seeing a Rook come out instead of a Dock, maybe just try
5
and
seconds remaining.
keep a little bit of extra health within the gunfights. Keep them going that tiny bit longer. But we are going to be seeing an IQ brought out, interestingly. Maybe for those frags you said about to get on into blue. But other than that, I don't see how much use her gadget will be, apart from maybe to spot out Pulse, kind of try and change his... try and stop his kind of information gathering. But we did see Echo there go up for an interesting run out from next to Master Bedroom and Gym, but he will be unsuccessful and have to run back down to the site as quick as possible for the attackers counter rush him.
Yeah, I was going to mention that you usually see Rook just sit on the gun rack and just look up into the hatch from kitchen, but then he started roaming and try to go for a sneaky kill. He didn't get it, but it was worth a try. I was going to mention that you usually see, or you can see it, like a Rook or Dock, place a shield behind the gun rack and try to hold off that angle from blue hallway. But it looks like they're not going to be doing that. You're going to see Judo get reset there, so he has an extra chance at life here. And you're going to be seeing Hoppy Poppy holding off the dirt tunnel. I'm not sure if they opened up the dirt tunnel yet or not. And Crooked's going to miss his frag grenade, so they're just working their way into the kitchen and trying to get some picks here. They do have IQ, so if the Pulse happens to pull its cardiac sensor out, it should be an easy kill. You're gonna see Yoga get the headshot on the Echo with the Blackbeard, or he's gonna get lit up. I believe that's
Nice
Yoga
shot,
down.
Frankie. Yeah, I believe the IQ was took down that Pulse with such low health, as he was on really low health in the beginning. I'm not quite sure if he hit himself with his own C4 in a miss throw, or if that was the IQ, but either way, both attempts were unsuccessful. But as we see that Rook armor coming in handy, as he was able to set. But it's looking like a strong attack here. We're seeing a team kill come out here on the attacking team, making it a 3 versus 3. Judo and Dexter will then pick up 2 kills, making it a 3 versus 2. A really good comeback here from the defenders. What looked like a dire situation is now looking like an imminent victory for them on Clubhouse here. We're going to be seeing Pulse looking up at the Hibana, getting that information. Smoke playing in that dirt tunnel. They're set up really well here. They have the information, they have the utility, and they have the angles here. It'll be very hard for Thermite and Hibana to clutch this one out. See Protein and Wholesale Milk, come in through the church, and they will get it open. Pulse will be taken out, but as we see, the mirror is going to have that angle. Extremely hard for them to get the plant down. And it looks like they got the bug there, where the wall will be bugged. and it won't open properly, and it will just take out the reinforcements. So it looks like Thermite is in, he's planting, but will get taken out by the C4.
Oh, that was rather. It looked like it was open on theirs. Oh, maybe they had to open with the one other side because I believe it was placed in the exothermic charge on the other side, next to that opening. So maybe he was trying to place two down, but only one open. Uh, Despite that, I know it's a possible bug that happened, but that was definitely a hard push that would have had to gone out there if they want to win that round. So Enforcers winning here on map number 1, Clubhouse. They dodged going to overtime, and they were able to win that one.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate there. I've seen that bug happen a lot. I'm hoping maybe that'll get fixed in the next patch for the new season. But it kind of delayed their time, and that could have ended up resulting in the loss for Perplexed there. And they may have just had a chance of clutching that one out if they didn't have that slight mishap. But either way, they did lose that now. They didn't kind of contest it or anything, and we are going to be going to map number 2, which is Border.
Yeah, I've been casting a lot of Border lately. It's certainly a fan favorite. Probably next to Oregon, probably the top 2 maps picked from the 9 we have. But Border, it really shows how experienced the team is because you have a lot of different avenues on how you can really just roam around the sites and try to pick off attackers that way. And how you take site and how fast you take site definitely goes here on Border. If you're, for example, if you're attacking Ventilation Workshop and someone's defending above in Archives and Armory, it really shows how mature a attacking team is if depending on how fast they're able to take the top floor or not.
Yeah, as you say, Border is a fan favorite. Like, won't imagine we'll see any crazy holds here. I imagine we'll probably see the basic armory lockers and workshop defense, but one of the teams might surprise us and they might have practiced a customs or bathroom tellers hold, but I don't think we'll see anything too exciting. This is a semi-final. They're probably going to stick to what they know best, the most kind of solid, sturdy strats they know. But looks like uh it looks like somebody will be AFK on the other team, so we'll be having a few minutes break here. So I guess leaves us to talk about what we might come to see here.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure what the both teams are familiar with, like operator wise, like if they have any favorites, such as like something like a blitz or something odd they usually don't see. Uh, I'm not really, I don't really think so, but we might see a Ying come out. We saw, so I believe it was Hoppy Poppy using Ying, if I'm not mistaken. So we might be seeing that, and Ying it can be very strong on Border. If you happen to open up any of the site walls, it's gonna be pretty hard to do a retake onto the site if you're just getting flashed and you can't see anything at all as a defender. So I think Ying would be definitely good, or potentially good. And of course, we're probably going to see a lot of Thermite Hibana as most maps. And I would think Twitch will see a lot of play as well to deal with those black mirrors from Mira, of course. And I guess you could splash in Thatcher too, but those are pretty much all the standard ops for any attack, really. There's no, yeah, this, like, for example, you really see a lot of Capital play on Oregon. I don't really think there's an operator, attacking operator, anyways, that's just an outstanding attacker just for Border, really.
Yeah, speaking of attack, I'll be interested to see how these teams kind of push the upstairs hold because we're seeing a shift in the meta here away from the A push towards a B push, opening up that archives wall from office and gaining those angles in towards site and able to using those yings, the smokes to push in plant maybe behind the desk or the bomb and kind of deny the defenders the site because we're kind of seeing a shift towards that. But it'd be interesting to see if any of these teams kind of stick to maybe old meta and go for the A wall. Well, it's interesting to see how they might change up. We could see a Glaz come out, as Glaz can be quite useful for some border attacks.
Yeah, you can really see Glaz sitting on the east balcony and having the long angle the whole way through Arsenal into Armory if that wall happens to be opened up slightly. So he can get a pretty long angle. However, he's not really too active if there's not a lot of rotation through there. And he's just kind of chilling out on the east balcony and not really doing much for your team. But we're going to getting started up here on border now. Everyone is in the game. So this should be enforcers starting out on the defense here.
Yeah. Now we're going to be seeing maybe what our predictions are. We're seeing, as you said, the Twitch, the Thermite, the Hibana, the Blackbeard, who I imagine will be sitting on ventilation window. Let's see who Yoga will pick. Maybe we see a Ying come out there. We've seen that actually there's going to be no Ying or Glaz, but a lot of the other operators we kind of expected here for this kind of push. And on defense, again, we're seeing kind of maybe Pulse is more of an interesting pick. We're not seeing as much as him, maybe. I don't know. We'll probably see him maybe playing below, getting that information and trying to deny the plant from underneath. We're seeing the Mirror, who of course is a staple for border.
Attackers need to locate
We're
and
getting into round number
defuse
1 here. Let's see how the attackers try and take this site.
Yes, but we started out on Armory and Archives here. Nothing too crazy, as you can imagine. This is the most popular site. And we're going to be seeing Legion brought out here. We've seen Legion come into the meta pretty heavily this past season. Teams didn't really mess with him too much. He seems like that cool operator pick, but now he's being a little bit more taken a little bit more seriously now. He did get a slight buff in the mid-season reinforcements. He went from 7 mines, 2 mines to 8, and they go faster too, about 5 seconds faster. So it's a slight buff. It helps them out, but I think he's really going to be important for the future of Siege, because you're seeing a lot of fast-paced gameplay from the Packers potentially with Lion, Finka, and then of course Split. So I think he's going to be a huge defender pick here in the future.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing the attackers pushing very aggressively into the work office. We see Ash going into the southeast stairs there and opening up the office wall, but it looks like Mirror will be having the holes to give her line of sight all the way through the office and out into the hallway, which will deny that push from the Blackbeard and Ash. But, as I say that, Crooked will take out that Mirror, making it extremely hard for her to play that angle. Did a very good job there by the Twitch. That'll make it very difficult. And as I say, that Mirror will then be taken out. And then getting another kill onto Cliche. Bahama gets a kill, but Judo gets a double with the C4. 2v3, a very quick round here. Only a minute has gone, but nearly all the defenders are dead. I think we saw the underneath pulse play there that we might have expected. Now Ash will be in sight, ready to plant. She tags up the Jaeger, but Jaeger manages to kind of slide away there. And Ash has to back off and kind of reconsider her options here. Jaeger on extremely low health. Judo just going to be... Judo getting picked off by Crooked there as he's trying to get the information through the Mirror. Now it looks like we're going to be seeing an attacking win here as Crooked finish off Jaeger. Very fast-paced, volatile round there. With a double C4 from underneath and the rest of the attackers just bursting and killing off anyone in sight.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are going punch for punch here, but Perplexed was able to win round number 1 here on border. I see time after time after time Twitch just completely haunting Mira players with the shock drone. I've seen Twitch completely ruin teams because they're unable to deal with that shock drone. It is silent, but you really have to make sure that you protect that black mirror with your life and just try to stand in front of it potentially, just to block a shot.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, I think it's kind of more appropriate to say to protect the black mirror for your life, because we see once that black mirror was taken out, the Mirror tries to peek on, but obviously without the ability to see and pre-fire, it kind of just led to her demise. Ash doing what Ash does best, fragging onto those operators, trying to peek her. Now we're going to be seeing another upstairs hold here. Enforcers not quite ready to change up. They're going to try and stick to what they know and try and... Oh, I just realized this is their first defense. For some reason I thought 2 rounds had gone by, but this is gonna be, and it's not Enforcers, it's Perplexed. Sorry, that's really bad by me. Perplexed will be doing the defense upstairs, which is quite not with it at the moment. But yeah, we're seeing a fairly standard defense here. Looks like we're having the same mirror placements that we saw last round. But we'll be seeing no pulse and bringing out a vigil and a castle instead. Rather interesting change up there. Castle can help deny the lines of sight and kind of slow down those attackers there. And vigil being a really effective roamer when using the right hands.
Yeah, I believe Vigil and Castle are just going to be there to spare the defense some time. The castle barricades making it harder for the attackers to get in. And of course, Vigil making the attackers have to double think and assume where he is other than knowing where he is. So I think that's a pretty good combo there for the defenders. You're on board, you can do some really cool castle barricades here. Just like some cool doorways. Like for example, you can place a doorway or a castle barricade on the east stairs, and you can funnel everyone there when they're trying to deal with it, potentially trying to punch it out, and you can have someone come with the east stairs and go for the flank kill. And as I'm saying that, Judo gets the kill on the Thornton.
That angle he previously checked will have somebody on it. And they do see him and pick him off. Another very fast round here for the attackers, picking off 3 kills very early on, only half the round gone. But most of the defenders dead here. We see Vigil's roam not being very effective, already been taken out, leaving the mirror and the castle to try and defend this off. Castle will be downstairs, breaking down his own barricades, and Ella already all the way in CCTV. The site left completely undefended. The attackers will surely be droning this out and figure this one out here. I imagine we'll be seeing them going for the plant. It looks like the defenders are setting themselves up for a retake, and as I say that, Castle has his life taken away from him, and Ella is left all alone on half health to try and push them out. But someone's playing the mirror, and she will get pre-fired. Echo finishing off that Ella.
All of a sudden, the attackers become the defenders and prevent Ella from coming into the site, thanks to the handy dandy black mirrors. I'm sure Twitch really enjoyed having that to her advantage, but it was a 1v4 situation, so it wasn't really realistic for Ella to get those kills there. So it's going to be tied up 1-1 here. It's been pretty much a grudge match here on Border and on Clubhouse. So I can't kind of expect that it's not going to be any kind of a blowout here.
Yeah, we're seeing these rounds be a lot more fast-paced and attacker-sided, though, as the attack just really gets in quickly and takes out the unsuspecting defenders. We saw Mira still trying to set up her prep, which allowed the Hibana to shoot her through a punch hole in the wall. It's kind of unfortunate, really. Crooked may have had a chance being Ella one of the best, or probably arguably the best fragger in the game, but as you say, highly unlikely, especially if the Black Mirror is still intact and able to be used by the attackers, kind of turning the tables. Which kind of makes the Black Mirrors kind of like a double-edged sword there. They can work out really well for you, but if the attackers manage to hijack the site and leave the roamers out in the cold, it can really make their job really hard to take it back.
It'll be interesting to see if they happen to change things up a little bit. It doesn't look like they're going to, but if they happen to place the Black Mirror on the fountain wall instead of having it in archives, then it should be able to give them a little bit more of a favorable angle if the Black Mirror is taken out. Because you can kind of hide behind that fountain wall a little easier than archives. Because if you're in archives trying to hold that corner, it can be pretty hard because you can get hit from 2 different ways. But on fountain, you only have the one angle to worry about. And if Yoga going some free fires into office, it's not going to hit anyone, but it's always worth a shot for the pre-fires.
Yeah, it looks like Cliche. Sorry. It looks like maybe Cliche did get hit up by the Ash, and the Ash will injure him. Doesn't look like she can finish him off yet, but I imagine she will manage to get it off. Looks like Diego will try and hold her off though from this, confirming the kill. Yep. Oh, and she does pre-fire, take out the Echo, and Blavid will kill onto Echo. Again, attack is pushing out extremely fast, bringing it to 5-3 already, just 1 minute into the round.
So as you can expect, there's probably going to be another swift attack round here, unless the defenders have something to say about it. Cliche is still alive in the corner. It'd be interesting to see if he gets some help by Dexter. No, he won't, because Dexter will be taken out as well. So it's technically a 2v1 since Cliche is down and Hoppy Poppy is the only one standing left. So he has the whole armory site to take care of. And he's going to be swarmed here. Puts a couple shots into Ash, not killing her. And he's going to get swarms from all the attackers. Going to get knifed by Crooked. That was a complete rampage there.
We saw him almost get a collateral onto 3 of the attackers as they all greedily pushed him for that knife kill.
It was just too many bodies to shoot at.
Yeah, just didn't quite hit those headshots, which with Mute's gun is so famous for needing, because it's known as a pea shooter within the game. But we are going to be seeing again another volatile, very, very aggressive attack round, losing only 1 player on their team to that attack. And so it looks like we are going to be seeing another Armory Lockers Archives defense by Perplexed as they try to win this out. I expect to see another really fast, aggressive round here from the attackers. But we'll see. Maybe they'll try and rein it back, play a little bit differently, as they might know Perplexed are expecting such an aggressive push.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
It was funny that we saw that everyone has come rushing towards Mute. I'm not sure if he had the C4 or not, but if he did, that probably would have been the perfect time to use it. He probably could have gotten a triple kill there with his nitro cell. But that's not how it worked out. And now Perplex is going to be up 2-1 here. Still doable for Enforcers, you know, just to take here on border and just close the series out. But they're going to be down around here, going for the attack.
Yeah, we normally see the C4 be more of a crutch to a defender when he pulls that out, as there's such a delay, but it's interesting to see how this round will go out. We're seeing no Blackbed this time, which is interesting. He has been really useful getting those angles and taking out defenders who are peeking aggressively, but we're seeing a Thatcher instead. It looks like they're going to be trying to get rid of any kind of bandits, maybe nukes. They might be going for another... They might be going for an A push, I'm not quite sure, but it does look like they're setting themselves up for an aggressive B push.
And the Twitch drone or shock drone tends to remind me of Jaws a little bit, because you know it's coming, but you just don't know when. And it strikes again, taking out the Black Mirror. Oh my goodness. These defenders are just getting harassed. You're probably just better off not bringing Mirror at this point. Interesting thing is they have the floorboards open up in archives, so if anyone happens to come in there from the attackers, they're able to abuse the openings to the floor and kill them from underneath. I very much like that tactic that they have out here for Enforcers.
Yeah, it looks like the standard archives push, but Mirror was pushed out of, but it looks like she will try and stay and hold her ground in there. She will get a kill as I say that onto Dexter, the Thermite. Not quite sure from where. It looks like peeking out the door. She's not going to give up quite yet, but she perhaps the window. Maybe she's going to go for an interesting run out. And Yoga gets the C4 onto Judo. That's looking a lot stronger for the defenders here. The attackers not quite being able to gain such the foothold we've been seeing these past few rounds. These angles playing off very nicely, I think. Kind of, you know, holding off the attackers. And Mirror picking up onto Echo. She's playing so aggressively, and the attackers just can't quite win the gunfight. We're seeing her run out here.
Yeah, just going to try to run out and just go guns blazing here. You see Wholesale Mill get the kill on the Cliche. So now it's all at the Hoppy Poppy. A 1v4 or 1v5, but he's going to be taken out after he gets the kill. So another decisive win, but this is going to favor the defenders now. So I believe that was Perplexed's win. So they're going to be up 3-1 here, going into round 5.
Yeah, we're seeing quite a different, interesting. I don't think we've seen much in like kind of any interesting changes there, but it was quite interesting to see them open up the floorboard so much. I mean, I don't think it really affected as the attackers didn't really get into the site. However, it might have still put off the attackers, and it might have held them off a little bit, allowing the other defenders on the site to kind of push them as the attackers held off passively. You know, it kind of seemed like the defenders there became the attackers. You know, like the attackers holding angles, trying to peek onto the defenders. We saw that Mirror playing very aggressively, jumping out, peeking onto the balconies, and just doing a really good job there, saving it out for their team. Making it now 3-1 and bringing Perplexed into the lead here. And we could be seeing maybe a possible early victory if they get to match point after this round.
Yeah, if they win one more round here, it's going to be looking good for them, because it'll be up 4-1. And we might be seeing a map number 3 here. But we're going to be seeing Enforcers here. I believe this is the first time we're seeing Ventilation Workshop here coming out for either team. So it'll be interesting to see how this changes things up. It's probably not the best thing for enforcers that they're gonna have to go to this site, because it might be a little harder for them to hold on to this one.
Yeah, it is considered really the weakest site, but we don't know. They could have some more interesting strats. So they could, they could throw off Perplexed, but we will see. It's not really throwing off them. It's not really throwing them off and making them any more cautious. The Ash is already in, pushing through right next to Fountain and Water Compass. We're seeing them very aggressive, and we see the mirror. There's 4 defenders packed into that Archives room there. Ash nearly takes out that Bandit, but won't quite be able to finish the kill there.
Yes, I believe Perplexed just walked into a fire ant. As this with everyone crowding in the arsenal or archives. Keep on getting the two mixed up. I believe everyone's just probably gonna try to jump off into sight. You would have thought if they know that there's 4 defenders up in archives that they would try to go for a quick sight push, because it would only be 1 more on the site. You're going to see Cliche just free firing in the hallway, not going to connect any shots. He's going to be working that angle. And it looks like it's going to be an armory push now after they open that the wall up. And Thorn's going to jump through, and it's just everyone's trying to pile in. And
Yeah,
everyone's going to kill.
4 kills within the space of 5 seconds. We're seeing Ella pushing aggressively, lots of Blackbeard, but the attackers will come out on top for the armory push, but overall they are now left alone with Crooked and Twitch playing upstairs, and the defenders kind of falling back onto site.
And Cliched is put in his favor though. And it's gonna be making a 1v2 now.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how Crooked would take this. It looks like he's going to try and abuse the lines of sight that the defenders may have made, but I think the defenders are just playing passive angles there. Not trying to peek too aggressively, but just waiting for that Twitch to push.
Yeah, Crooked is in 1v2. He wasn't in 1v3 after 2 of his teammates got taken out with the Nitrous Cell from Cliche. It's only 45 seconds left. It's going to be spraying through the floorboards. He almost hits him. I'm not sure if he hit Cliche or not. But he's wasting a lot of precious time here. He's just working the hatches and trying to get a nice angle on someone. But I don't think he's going to get that angle because they're playing pretty passively here. Just watching those hatches. So probably best just to go down the main stairs. But no, he's going to drop the server hatch, and he's going to be taken out by Judo, who is just hovering over it.
Yeah, as you said, the defender's playing very passively, which I think is the right decision, because the Twitch is waiting for them to slip up and peek more aggressively onto the hatches, onto the angles like Mirror did, but we saw how that worked out for Mirror. And yeah, we see how kind of playing too aggressively in a 1vx situation isn't the best decision, as you can see your team quickly lose favor. But Crooked doing a good job to try and win out that round, but maybe wasting too much time for dropping to death there. Judo finishing off nicely. But now we're going to have to see a Ventilation Workshop defense from Perplexed, as they did win Archives and Armory Lockers.
Yeah, unless you really have something to like a frag grenade or some kind of stun grenade or Candelas to toss down before you jump into through the hatch down in the workshop or server, you really don't have much of a chance. You probably just have a better shot going down the metal stairs and trying to peek into server, because you know all the defenders are going to be watching the hatches, so you're pretty in a bad situation if you try to jump down one of those hatches.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I think a lot of people get too tunnel vision. We're trying to get the kills from above, playing vertically, that they leave themselves not enough time to kind of come from maybe a more favorable angle and just dropping to their death. I mean, it can work out, but usually, like we said, the defenders are kind of watching the hatches. They can hear the drop, and to finish off that attacker as they try to push into the site through the hatches. But not going to be seeing many changes here. We're not seeing the loss of Fan, like maybe in place for the Blackbeard for Enforcers here. But nothing different on defense. We're going to be seeing a similar kind of hold here from Perplexed to Enforcers. We're seeing an upstairs hold. But maybe a difference there, Zanki rooming within the custom inspections area. But the Twitch was able to get the mirror, which is going to make the upstairs hold just a little bit harder than Perplexed.
Yeah, and Twitch is going to be haunting the defenders once again. I believe that's like the 4th or 5th time we've seen a Black Mirror get taken out on this map. And Dexter's gonna get the kill on the Crooked thanks to his rifle shield, or otherwise known as the Delta shield. Now in the first minute here, he's gonna be looking for any angle, and Yoga's gonna get the C4 kill through the floorboards with the Hoppy Poppy. I mean, actually, I believe he damaged Dexter's shield slightly. I'm not sure if that happened or not, but Yoga doing great work from underneath his pulse.
Yeah, we see Mirror getting the diffuser on the top of the hatch, maybe someone unsuspectingly pushed into her. It looks like she might be making the right choice of just dropping down there, kind of not letting herself die, keeping that man advantage. But we're seeing really good pulse plays here from both teams, you know, getting double nitros, another nitros. It's a really good play here from Pulse. You know, he's really good and versatile for this map, as you can, there's lots of vertical plays, lots of areas you can see for. And that play has really helped out the defenders, bringing them to a man advantage.
And we're seeing 6 breaching charges with Echo and Blackbeard, Dexter on Blackbeard. And this is kind of replacing the role of Sledge and Buck, busting open the floorboards. So they're technically bringing 6 operators in a sense, with the extra accessibility, because flash grenades can be 50-50 sometimes, and then Claymores, they tend to hit or not hit. So, but breaching charges, you know you're gonna use if you happen to get into armory. So I think that's a good call there. With only 30 seconds left, though, they're gonna have to make a push, and I don't think Zanky's gonna go for the bait push. Dexter's waiting for it, but he's not gonna get it. Only 20 seconds left, so they're gonna make a push onto the site here. And once again, you're seeing Echo just looking through the floorboards. He's not gonna see anyone. Cliche jumps in. Thornton makes it 3v3 or 3v2, and Wholesale Mill gonna get taken out by Cliche, and that's gonna be finished off by Thornton killing Echo. So the defenders will win that round. Perplexed making it match point here, 4-2.
Yeah, we saw that really well held there by the defenders, and playing the pulse really well, playing the mirror really well, kind of holding their ground where they needed to and recognizing when they had to back off there, just wasting the attackers' time, kind of letting them inch towards the site, but then kind of closing in on them as they had to push finally in the end.
Yeah, I really like the breaching charge idea, and I explained why, because some of the other gadgets might be, you're not sure they're going to be useful or not, but I'm not sure if you really need 6 breaching charges, but I definitely agree with maybe 1 operator bringing them for that scenario. But it wasn't really enough for them to secure the win there. Like I said, a good team, you know, a good team is really a mature team if they are able to take the top floor and not waste too much time doing it. They took the top floor very quickly. They lost a couple attackers in the process. However, they weren't able to use that access to their ability or to profit them very well, because all the defenders are in angles out of the way from the openings in the floorboards. So you also have to take the top floor and then take the site very quickly if you want to have a chance of winning it on this site. I almost believe that the ventilation workshop can be almost harder to take than Arsenal and Archives in a sense, because you technically, if you're going for the ventilation workshop site, you pretty much have to take two sites in a sense, because the defenders are going to be holding the top floor as if they're holding that as a regular site. So then they have to access this dropping down onto the actual site of the ventilation workshop. So I think that site can just be really hard to take.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the attackers kind of play that well. They did kind of waste some time upstairs trying to get the vertical play, just like Crooked did the round before, but they kind of recognized, oh my word, Judo picking up the double kill Nitro. It looks like a pre-placed Valkyrie cam there, and a pre-placed Nitro will allow that kill. He wasn't using his cardiac sensor for that. That was really well played there from Judo. But as I was saying, the attackers did manage to go around and play downstairs, but they just lost their gunfights. But that was a really, really nicely done there from Cliche and Judo, working well together, using those cams and the C4, kind of in a way you wouldn't normally expect from a team to get that really, really good start into the round, taking out a Blackbeard and a Thermite. That's a lot of utility. There's no hard breaches and there's no, like, I don't know what you'd call it, a good peek of someone with a shield in their face to kind of peek the angles you don't really want to. But Wholesale Milk will refrag onto Cliche, bringing it back to 4-3, making Valkyrie dead. But her utility won't be wasted as her cabs are already down, unlike the attacking team's utility being wasted.
Yeah, I think that kill, that C4 kill with Judo, probably was a highlight here as we see Echo take out Zanky, but taking out Thermite and Blackbeard at once with no risk really, you can't really get much better than that. So there's no more hard breachers and no more shield operators really at the attacker's disposal, and they're just stuck with Thatcher and Twitch right now. And so they're gonna have to push their way through the hallway security. If they choose to go that way, you're gonna see Judo get the kill in the milk. So it's a 4v1, and Judo gonna get the trade.
He gets a 4K that game, playing really well for his team there. Almost vital, I'd say, that getting that really D4 kill off, taking out the top 2 attackers on their team, and then picking up those other 2 frags, as well as Echo helping him out there, taking out the Ash, peeking aggressively onto the A wall. That was really well played by the defenders. I was expecting maybe Perplexed to win this out, taking it to map number 3, but Enforcer's really showing me I was wrong and that they are going to keep fighting in this, and they are a team to be reckoned with.
So I bet they're gonna be watching out for that Nitro Cell that's pre-placed next time. And I know a lot of teams tend to get tunnel vision and just taking the east stairs because they just try to take it as fast as possible to just do a quick sweep, see if anyone's there, and then they're in trying to just swarm the east stairs. At times I see 4 attackers just enter that way. So placing a C4 there, if you happen to notice attackers just going there at the start of every round constantly, and that's a great way to prevent that and slow them down potentially, because I'm sure they're going to take a lot more time just to make sure there's no nitro cell underneath or something suspicious going on.
Yeah, that was really well kind of observed there from Judo, and I'm sure Macy J would have been proud of that nitro, because I'd say he's probably the king of pre-placed nitros on the floors. But we are going to be moving on, and it looks like Perplexed will be doing another upstairs hold here, but they will be opening a lot of those same angles we saw last time. We're going to be seeing if they actually come into play this time, and if they are going to be used effectively.
Alrighty, so this is Enforcers on the attack here. If they win here, they will make this go into overtime, tied 4-4. They are bringing the Ying Glaz combo, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I haven't really seen it all too much this season, but if it's planned out correctly, I think it can really do some damage.
Yeah, I think Enforcers really wanting to bring this to OT and win both the maps here and not have to go to a third overtime map. And it looks like they're really changing up the strategy from what we've seen already in this game and from the last game. Hoping to maybe take Perplexed off guard, because they might not be expecting this kind of hold, this kind of attack.
And once again, we see the Black Mirror being opened up. That one on, I believe, Armory. And so, honestly, like I said, I think I would just stop bringing Mirror at this point, because every single time it's going against you with the Twitch drone.
Yeah, it is really unfortunate to see this, but Mirror does pick up a kill downstairs, playing aggressively from bathroom onto the ventilation, it looks like. Interesting place for a Mirror, but it worked out nonetheless. But Smoke will be seeing this push, and Yoga finishes off the Echo, who's trying to push aggressively back onto that Mirror. Then Yoga picking up onto Dex, so taking out that Ying, and oh my god, Foreign and Zanky, it's just a lot of kills there on the kill feed there. The defenders really pushing it out and winning map number 2 here, taking it to kind of map overtime, which will be on Chalet. That's a really good win there from Perplex, and they're kind of not letting Enforcers kind of risk getting a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, so Perplex winning that one on border. I ended up 1-1 in map count, so we are going to go Chalet. And I believe Pulse was definitely the MVP there from both teams. The Pulse play was excellent with the nitro cells and everything. Probably couldn't have been much better, really. And so, I mean, I think the pulse play was definitely the MVP there.
Yeah, it really did work out well for Enforcers, but it's just a shame they couldn't quite take it to OT. But it looks like we might be having a 3-minute break here, so it gives us some time to kind of speculate what we might be coming to see here for this map on Chalet, which isn't quite as commonly played.
Yeah, you really don't see much Chalet here on at least ESA Contender Series, Invite Series. It's some teams like it and some teams don't. Anyway, we're actually going to head right into the
Yeah,
match, I
okay.
believe. So we're
Right.
not having a break at all. But we are heading here onto the final map. Cliche, the winner of this map will move on to the finals against Dexterity. So this is going to be a huge map here because the winner will move on and the loser will go home.
Yeah, this is quite an important match now for both the teams. This will lead them on to the final, and I imagine we'll be seeing some interesting strats come out. And as I said, we're seeing a Frost come out from Perplexed. I'm seeing a bit more of Frost actually in some of these ESA matches, but it's not quite so common. But it'll be interesting to see how she's played. Hope I'd imagine she'll be used to kind of deny the push from trophy if it's a rush, putting them under the window, maybe some other
Attackers
spots.
need to
But
locate and
definitely
defuse
interesting to
bombs.
see her come out now. Like I said, I think maybe they're going to be trying to come up with some maybe more surprising strats, as this is a deciding match to the final now.
Yes, it looks like Zanky is trying to prepare for the cold mountainous weather with frost. I don't think that really helps him out any for what it is, but interesting seeing Frost being played here. Some teams, if teams are just rushing in, which we're seeing a lot of this like aggressive attack pushes here on border anyways.
10 seconds remaining.
It's been very fast paced, so I don't think Frost is bad to start things off here. I mean, it's definitely worth a try. If you can catch them off guard, and it should certainly be a secure kill, at least a down anyways. So if you come with some clever places to put those bear traps, then it should work out pretty well.
Yeah, we did see her place 2 under the kitchen trophy window, but the attackers, if a drone effectively, will easily be able to shoot those from above repelling, as they are out wide. She's placed 2. It looks like we're going to be seeing the Frost maybe playing above, was it? I saw? Oh no, that's the Buck, sorry. But it looks like no one's going to be playing above actually. And it looks like they're going to be holding off angles downstairs, waiting for the attackers to come to them, giving them complete control of top floor.
And I believe Zanky's just going to sit in that exact spot until he has to move. With the Super 90, you haven't really seen that used at all in ages, it seems like. And it looks like aggressive nitro cell placement being placed here. Yoga and I believe Wholesale Milk just trying to get those kills and harass the attackers. And that's where the vertical play comes in. Be 50-50 really for anyone.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get like a revenge pre-placed nitro cell there that the other team got. But they are going to be resetting. Maybe some damage was taken off onto Hibana, onto IQ. But overall, we're seeing quite an aggressive push in the attack, asserting the dominance upstairs, getting his angles and hatches open. And we're seeing a lot of interesting plays here from the defense. It seems like a lot of them downstairs, ready to come up when the attackers make their final pushes. We're seeing Yoga push aggressively onto the Buck there, and the angle he's opening up to peak. Right, it will take a bit of health off Echo, but it won't come to anything there. But it's quite interesting to see so many defenders off site. It's interesting to see how they plan to retake this. And as I say, Milk will get a kill as Valkyrie onto Hoppy. I'm not quite sure where that came from. It looked like he was downstairs when he got that. But it's kind of looking better for the defenders now. Maybe a way of defending Enforcers weren't quite expecting, and it's kind of caught them off guard here.
Yeah, with 40 seconds coming up here left, we're gonna see the attackers actually drop. Cliche drops and he will be taken out. Now it's a 4v2. Yoga getting a couple kills there. Brook could get one. It's now a 4v1 in a matter of seconds. It's all up to Echo now with 20 seconds left. So he's a lot of work cut out for him if he wants to win this round. He's gonna try to chuck a lucky nade into the kitchen window, and he will get a kill on a Yoga, but it's only 10 seconds left to spare, and Milk will take him out and winning the first round here on Chalet. So a pretty decisive round there. Just able to connect kill after kill after kill there.
Yeah, I think the defenders played that really well. They kind of sacrificed top, gave it to the attackers, let them get comfortable, and then counter pushed. And as the last minute came in, able to get many kills off. And as we saw, they all tried dropping into Yoga, who managed to pick them off. Valkyrie playing aggressively downstairs and then managing to jump out and finish off Echo, who was left alive last outside. So a really good round there from Perplexed. Really good start to kind of try and win out this series. But we'll be seeing how Enforcers kind of respond to this
Attackers
with
need
their
to
own
locate and
defense. And it
defuse
looks like
bombs.
they will be going Wine Cellar first. Yeah, it's changing it up. We usually see the Kitchen Trophy first, but they are going to be going for Wine Cellar and Snowmobile Garage. So it's interesting to see how this might affect the lineup from Perplexed here. As it doesn't look like quite ready, because usually you might see a Thermite here, but they only have the Hibana. But the Jackal can come in useful, as Roman's going to be quite key to winning this kind of site. And the Ying obviously going to be used really effectively to kind of those last minute pushes when you're trying to get the plant down. It'll be interesting to see as well if Buck manages to get any vertical
5
plays
seconds remaining.
down into the site. Above the site is nearly all completely destructible, and you can completely hold off all the rotations within the site if you play it effectively with Buck. But I don't think they're quite expecting this defense first, so interesting to see how they adapt to this.
Yeah, and I think I liked from the defenders last time. They didn't even bother to try to hold on to the top floor presence. Because it could be very hard to hold on to it, and then and you're likely going to get picked off if you try to stay there. So it was nice to see that they're just trying to use the nitro cells to their advantage. Others trying to hold the top floor themselves. And just to give a shout out, I like to thank Tedious from Powerhouse for hosting this match. We haven't really, he's not really posted anywhere that he's hosting it, but he's hosting and streaming this for us, and we're just doing the screen share. But I'd like to give a shout out for him. But we're a minute into the round. Not a lot of action yet. We're seeing a little bit of work from the attackers on the side of the wine cellar, and we're seeing some more common mute play here on the wine wall, just sitting behind that shield with the mute jammer. You might potentially get naded here if there's not ADS there. There is two of them, but Zanky gonna try for the third. He's gonna take out the shield, so mute has nowhere to hide now. They're just tossing everything in that they have, trying to deal with these black mirrors now. Crooked's gonna get the kill on the judo.
Interceptor Roman will be taken out, they're leaving a lot of the defenders vulnerable on site. Looks like the black mirror is possibly going to get Hibana. No, I think they have a mute on it. But one of them is going to go off, but I don't think they will get the black mirror. We saw an interesting hold there from the mute. I think since they patched it and couldn't destroy that cabinet, it's forced a lot of defenders to play a deployable shield. Oh, and we're seeing an insane flank here from Echo. He picks up one, can't quite finish off the Thermite, and somebody else picks him off. It looks like the Blackbeard picks him off his Yoga. Flashes and the smokes are going to go out here. Oh no, Ying's dead, the smokes are going to come out here. But Dexter misses his shots onto the Hibana, leaving him bombed on the diffuser, which has been planted. I didn't quite see. And again, just missing her shots. But as I say that, Poppy and Cliche both pick up kills. Milk's now getting a kill, leaving it into a 2v2, 2v1. Jackal finishing off the mirror. Or the smoke, sorry. And that will be a win for Perplexed here. Really nice push there from Perplexed. Almost a really good retake from the defenders, but they couldn't quite hold it off.
Yeah, Perplexed had an excellent push there. They almost got a little too tunnel vision onto site, as it had no one watching for the flank, as can be expected. But I was a little surprised that Echo was able to leave from the wine table. He was hiding behind it, and then he ended up looping the whole way around behind the attackers. He was able to get a kill, but I believe he downed Thermite, but he wasn't able to finish him off, and then he got killed himself. Surprised he wasn't able to kill anymore, because literally all the attackers were looking into sight. So I would have thought you would have been able to get a couple more picks there.
Yeah, I was quite surprised how fast Mute managed to get around there. Like you said, he was kind of pinned in behind that table, and the next thing you know, he's coming down from the top of West Main. I didn't quite see that one coming, but as you said, I think a lot of the defenders just didn't win their gunfights. You saw they had the opportunity to kill the Hibana, kind of kill the Jackal, kill the Thermite, but I think they just kind of choked their shots a little, didn't quite get the headshots, and it led to them losing that, as they couldn't get those the kills and end up retaking onto the diffuser. But now we're going to be seeing Perplexed defend downstairs with a very strong O2 lead to start off the match for the
10
decider
seconds
here.
remaining.
Yeah, Perplexed looking strong here on Chalet.
5 seconds
Haven't really
left.
seen too much from Enforcers yet. It was close last round, but they weren't able to pull it out. So they're gonna need a win here, other than gonna be stuck down 3-0. So we're watching out for them to win this round here. They are bringing a Capitao. You see this splash in every once in a while here on Chalet. He's kind of like the flex position where you may bring him or may not, but they're choosing to bring him. And of course, they're bringing the Thermite, Hibana, and Thatcher. Deal with the Bandit wire or the Shock wire, because and he can't deal with both of those. He can't deal with the exothermic charge and the X-Kairos pellets. And on top of that, you have the EMP grenades to assist that push. And of course, you have Echo to both open the floorboards and lobby the rain terror onto site. So I think this is a pretty good roster here for the attackers. For the defenders, you're seeing Zanky bring Frost again for those bear traps. Didn't really see the come to effect yet, but I wonder if he has anything sneaky planned here, because if he has a nice map placement or a nice place for him to sit, if he's using a Super 90, he has a nice angle there, he's might be able to get killed. Crooked in a nice tuck spot by Game Room. He almost got a kill, but he didn't connect the shots. It looks like Judah's gonna ignore him pretty much, and not even worry about the Crooked. I'm not sure if he like heard him or not, but it's not completely ignoring him. And Milk gonna get a couple kills onto Judo and Echo. So this attack is pretty much falling apart here.
We're seeing Perplex play some really interesting positions here. The Jaeger managing to remain undetected from the small little room in the entrance to the building. He did miss his shot, but it kind of distracted the Hibana. And then Valkyrie just sitting right next to fireplace, the front door. Really poor droning, I think, here from the attackers, which has led them to 5-1 down already, only 2 minutes in. It looks very dire.
And Wholesale Milk has 4 kills, and he has a 5K! Oh no, Zanky stole it! Zanky stole it with the Super 90. The greedy kill going out from Zanky. And I think he knew what he did there. But he was able to win that round for Perplex. Now they're up 3-0 here. Impressive play from Perplex here on Chalet. They're just abusing these tight angles and this being very sneaky about their placement. And it looks like Enforcers are just overlooking all their positions and not doing very good drone work at all.
Yeah, I would say it was good positioning though by Perplex, maybe the Jaeger, but I'd say that was extremely sloppy by Enforcers. The Valkyrie just sat in the lobby right next to fireplace with 3 people around her, and not one of them droned or saw her, allowing her to get that amazing 3K and end up being 4K and almost an ace onto the attackers. I think Enforcers now really have to pull something out here on this defensive kitchen trophy to try and start a comeback. Otherwise, it looks like we're not gonna be seeing them in the final.
Yeah, so things are definitely looking great for Perplex. Enforcers have a long way to go if they want to have a chance here on Chalet and have a chance to go to the finals against Dexterity. But they would have to win 4 rounds now. Yeah. Get that chance now.
Yeah, I think Perplexed maybe practice this site maybe a bit more. Obviously, this is a deciding map, so it wasn't picked by either team, and it was kind of left over from the ban phase. Oh, we're seeing an extremely nice kill there from Zanky onto the spawn peeking Echo. Really nice early pick there for the attackers. It's only strengthening their position to take this map 0-5. But, you know, I think Perplex may be more prepared for this map than Enforcers are. We're seeing it here from the level of plays we're seeing from Perplex.
Yeah, Enforcers trying to play a little bit more aggressive here. And you saw with that spawn peek, that didn't quite work out. They're trying, trying to get lucky and get a couple kills. As you see, Cliche take out Wholesale Milk. Now it's 4v4 now, so it's not entirely lost. They lost Echo early on, and now Thornton getting the kill on the Cliche. So as I say that, they're going down an operator, and they're pretty lit up on the defense. Hoppy Poppy and Dexter are pretty lit up, so they're gonna be pretty careful here. And it's only Judo with all his life, and Hoppy Poppy and Dexter getting 2 kills. So now it's 2v3 in favor of Enforcers with just a minute and a half left.
Not going out of that fight. I was going to say it's interesting that they're bringing a blitz, but someone just sitting under a window like a human frost trap, able to take him out. And then somebody else picking up another attack. I wasn't quite sure who, didn't see it, but leaving the defenders in a very bad position. Valkyrie almost losing her head there onto the peeking Blackbeard. I think kind of the defenders need to kind of just play a bit more passively now, kind of close this out. And as I say that, Judo does play aggressively, taking out the Blackbeard. He might not have expected Pulse to be coming from beneath, and now it's just leaving Zanky on his own with just under 75 health to push from dining onto 3 defenders. Seeing Zanky sneak back behind the Ying here. Not quite sure where he is. I think she's suspecting a flank. She's looking up towards kind of west main area up above. We see she does believe he's above, expecting the below push.
And Judah's going to be watching by this with only 40 seconds left. He's going to be trying to see where she is. Zanky gets a kill, however, Dexter's going to finish it off. So Enforcers able to get their first round win here. Now it's 3-1 in favor of Perplexed. So we can see a potential comeback here by Enforcers with a reckless play from Perplexed.
Yeah, I think maybe Perplexed a little bit too comfortable, a little bit too aggressive, maybe a bit sloppy joining from them to not really sat right beneath the window. But I'd say it's a really good retake there from Enforcers, kind of counter pushing and just positioning themselves really well to kind of get rid of that blitz and Ying push. We're seeing Chanka come out from Perplexed. Maybe they're still feeling confident. Oh no, he is going to change that back out for. Now we are going to be seeing a defense back in Kitchen Trophy. And we're not seeing many major changes here from the defense, but we are going to be seeing a glance and a fuse brought out from Enforcer. They really changing up their strats here. I think they really want to win this, get to that final, but we'll see if these strat changes will work out for them.
Yeah, and since we're seeing all the frost play from Zanky, last round when we saw Bliss jump into Trophy, he actually fell into the human welcome mat. I thought I'd just make that quick joke there, but heading into round 5 here, we see Enforcers on the attack, and they're bringing along again the Ying Glads combo, this time alongside Fuse. So we're seeing both the Spetnez operators coming out here, and it'd be interesting to see what kind of damage Fuse can do. And you can potentially move where the defenders are off site and try to do a take that way if they're able to take this top floor.
Interesting to see the LMG coming out from Fuse here. Not normally the preferred weapon, the AK-12 being a very potent, competent weapon to kill people, but yeah, the LMG can be underrated. It's not got too bad of a recoil. You have 100 mag capacity, and it does a lot of destructibility, which will allow them to open up angles onto the floor because they are lacking a buck or a sledge. And also, his utility at the fuses will allow him to be able to kind of push around the defenders within the site and push them into those lines of sight I imagine they're going to be creating.
And funny that we're talking about the LMG, because now with Finka coming out in a couple weeks here, he reduces the recoil basically 0, and then Fuse the LMG players are able to abuse that and just have like this continuous rain of fire. And as I'm talking, we're gonna see Cliche, and I believe that's who? Oh, Crook. Okay, I couldn't quite see. They will be taken out here, so it's tied 4-4.
Yeah, Dexter will have lost quite a lot of health, being on 25 health. So the attacking team slightly in the worst, but he does have that face shield to protect him from the headshots that will be coming his way. But it's funny you said that about the Fuse LMG, because obviously Finka does have the exact same LMG as Fuse. Seeing some more sneaky positioning here. as Zanki puts on his ghillie suit in the bushes and he's hoping someone walks straight past him, I bet. I'm not quite sure where he's positioned there. Looks like
I believe
bar?
that's might be. Oh, it's in
Next
game
to
room.
bar. I think it's next to bar, like in the corner. It's the
Yeah,
bar and
that's
game room.
yep. That should be his placement right
Yeah.
there.
Really interesting placement, just hiding away. Probably gonna wait for the counter push and come behind the attack as they try to get into the site. Which, as I say, the attack is now worse off as the Blackbeard will be taken out, leave 3 attackers to take on these 4 defenders here. A very strong lineup. We have the smoke already denying the plant. But Blast will pick up a nice headshot there onto Roten. It looks like Yoga will be picking up the kill through the cabinet. And another one. Looks like these frost mats are really coming out handy. Just Blast outside the trophy window. Not learning from their lesson, and Milk comes out above yet again, finishing off the round, putting them on match point to go to the final.
Yeah, so it's now 4-1 now in favor of Perplex, and it's pretty much like Enforcers up against a wall here. Funny thing was, you saw Frost hiding, and she's been doing some pretty sneaky stuff here in every corner now. So seems like she's trying to cosplay as potentially Caviera. I'm sure she would want to have her outfit for the extra camouflage, but uh, I'm just amused by the Frost play from Zanky.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's kind of teasing or over arrogance or just kind of their genuine strategy though. We've seen quite some really strange positioning as they hide in bushes, just hide hide in plain sight next to a fireplace. I don't know if this is overconfidence or just how they decide to play, because it kind of takes the attackers off guard. As you see, they're not expecting this kind of stuff. I mean, the Frost didn't get to use her position well, but still, her Frost mats did take the attackers by surprise as 2 people were injured, allowing Yoga to shoot them through that cabinet. So now it's leaving Enforcers with 3 rounds to catch up onto overtime in a downstairs defense.
And like we said before, if Perplex happens to win one of these rounds without going to overtime, they will win the semifinals match and go to the finals against Dexterity. So that would be an amazing matchup if that comes true. It could be Enforcers versus Dexterity, but like I said, there's a lot of work cut out for Enforcers. They want to make a comeback here. Not to say that they can't do it, because I've definitely seen 4-1 comebacks before. But they would have to win, I believe, like absurd amount of rounds coming up here.
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible though. I mean, we saw Penta have a free map comeback, which is something you really wouldn't expect in such a proficient team as EG. And we're going to see the Blackbeard of Yoga picking away at Smoke's shoulder already. Kind of not positioning himself well, allowing himself to get exposed from that mirror. And then we're seeing Jaeger maybe trying to play aggressively onto the lobby, waiting for anyone to push in.
And it's looking like a line push here from Perplex, and looks like Forcers are trying to play some sneaky positioning as also that Perplex was using by the fireplace. And we're seeing a lot of down players here. You see the exothermic charge open up. But that's one to another down player. Judo is able to get picked up. He's not going to last long because Wholesale Milk is able to pick off Judo and Hoppy Poppy. So now it's 4-on-2. It's now looking good for Enforcers. This could be it. Dexter trying to stay behind his black mirror, but he's getting sprayed from above. Now it's 2-on-3. Wholesale Milk goes down from Dexter. It's just a minute and a half left. We're probably not going to see the whole minute and a half since I believe that's one of the players down. And Perplex taking the win here, 5-1, and they will win the semifinals match and go to the finals.
Yeah, that was a really, really strong attack there from Perplex. Just closing out that round 5-1. Obviously, they're much more proficient at Chalet than Enforcers, and it will get them to play Dexterity, which I'm sure will be a very interesting matchup there. Milk getting some really good kills there, switching from the injured person straight to that smoke really quickly. Some really good kills, and I'm sure Enforcers can have a lot of work to do on Chalet now, as their defense was extremely weak for that downstairs. I mean, I saw that really interesting mirror placement. They tried to switch it around and base it into the wine cellar, which I've seen a lot more of recently. You know, not instantly placing it ready in case the garage doesn't get opened. But overall, I'd say it's a really good match there for Perplexity, and I think they really deserve that win to go into the final.
Yeah, it seemed like well, both teams did amazing jobs. By the way, it was pretty much neck and neck through the first two maps, and then Perplex was able to take over on Chalet, the third map. But I mean, you really saw great play from both teams. But I think Perplex was maybe just a little bit more consistent in their pushes and holding off sight. They seemed a little bit more together as a team and achieving the rounds.
Yeah, I didn't mean to kind of downplay Enforcer, but they both did a good job. But Perplexity definitely showed why they deserve to be in the finals.
Yeah, so it was a great semifinals match here. But now we have the finals. I believe that will be on Wednesday night, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely stay tuned for that. And then coming up here on Tuesday night, we have the invite series. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that. I'm not sure if it's the semifinals that we have to do or the finals. I believe it's the final, but I might be mistaken. But we have the final matches coming up here for both leagues. So definitely watch out for those. And it should be a lot of great matches here. So I'd like to thank Maidens for casting with me and TDS for hosting us. It was a lot of fun, and it should be a lot of fun in the next week or so. Do you have anything else you want to say, Maidens?
No, I was just say sorry. I thought that was over then. I'd like to say thank you to everyone for watching, and again, thank you for letting me cast with you. It was really fun, a really good game between the two teams. I'd like to say GG's to both of them. I wish the best team luck in the finals.
Well, you heard from Maidens. Yeah, it was an amazing match, and best of luck for both teams in the finals, like he said. And so, yeah, we'll see you all Wednesday night for the finals match of Perplex against Dexterity for the Invite Series Championship. Thanks for everyone for watching, and come back to ESA.